Okay guys, hello again, and on this video I'm going to show you how I engrave the stars. I know from my last video, the assembly and everything, that I was hoping that you guys would really like this. So let's get started. But first off, I'm going to take a quick walk around with the phone. Excuse my shakiness or anything else in advance. So just wanted you guys to see this. I wanted you to see the jig and how I got everything laid out so far. So let's get ready. Okay guys, so right here is what we have. We have the flag with the template already down on it. I take it down here so that I can trace out all these stars. And right there is just my little simple quick throw together holder for my Dremel tool, because I got tired of it vibrating on the table. So that's what I made for that. But anyways, getting back to the flag, here's my template. And I got it all taped down. And what I do is I just go through here and I just trace out my stars, get them filled in really good, the lines highlighted. It's a little time consuming, but it's well worth it in the end, because you got to have those fine lines in order for you to get a good star made. And on this one, I told you guys in the previous video that it'd be a special. So I have this template. It's the marine emblem, and I centered it up on my flag. And what I did is I already traced it out ahead of time, off camera. And so I think I got this template off of Amazon as well. Anyways, let's get back to this. So after you trace out all the stars and get them highlighted pretty good, because the emblem, the marine emblem, was right in the center of the flag, I left a few stars out because otherwise it would take away from the emblem. So after I got everything all traced out really good, we can take and peel this back and see what we got. I don't know if you guys can see that on the video or not, but it's highlighted out pretty good. Now I got some good, clean, clear lines that I can go over with my Dremel tool. I will be using a 106 bit to get everything all nice and crisp and clean. So we shall get back to you shortly after I get this set up. So just a small correction. I used the 105 bit to get all these fine lines, and I will continue tracing out all the outlines. Then I will take the 106 and then the 107 on the bigger areas to clean out all the areas. But this is what we got so far, guys. I hope you're liking it. So stay tuned for more. We'll be right back. Well, hello again. We're back, and we got most of these stars already outlined with the 105. So what I'm going to do is finish up the last two stars with the 105, and then I will take the 107 bit, or the 106 actually, and get the stars in some of the smaller areas, and then I will on the bigger areas take the 107. So okay guys, let's get started. So what I like to do is I like to just take my time and follow the star and outline it pretty good. People have different techniques for this, but this is the way I found best that works for me. I have done some practicing at this, and I'm still not a total professional, but in the end it does turn out really good. If you can see right there how that star is looking, and then I'll just move around and Follow the line. So little by little, you can see how time consuming this is, and what a lengthy video that it would be if I showed the whole process. I just try to make a good clean line with this smaller bit. I've seen people do it different ways. I've seen them take and stay in one direction and do all as many stars as they can. But I personally like to do one star at a time, because I just feel like by doing it that way, I can take my time and get every one instead of, because me, myself, I'd probably end up forgetting one or something. So that's why I do one at a time. And like I said, I just take my time. My hat's off to you guys who do this and speed up the video. Because like I said, this is pretty time consuming. But I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, so I like to really take my time and make it look nice. I love the end result. So you guys get the gist of this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put you on pause, and I'll get set up. I'll finish this star out, and I'll get set up, and I will put my 106 bit on it and show you how I carve the rest of the star out. So I shall be back. And now we're set up and we're back. I'm getting ready to show you how that I do my stars by just lightly taking out the center part. So here we go. As you can tell, I'm not taking a whole lot off the wood. Basically what I try to do is just take out the black. And I like to leave a little bit of black as it adds a little character to it. And after I'm finished with all these stars, what I normally do is I take my foam sander, and I'll go over the whole thing and get some of these loose pieces off of it. If you can tell, there's some that come up right there. But basically, that's how I do my stars. So I'm going to go ahead and try to knock these stars out and make this other emblem part here, and when I'm done, I will get back to you, and then we'll move on to trying to finish up the flag. And I'll show you how I do that as well. So I shall be back. Okay guys, I'm back. Just got all these done and wanted you guys to see what it looks like. I'm about ready to show you what else I do to it, and then I'll show you a better view of it down here on the ground and stuff. So all I do next is I take my little sanding pad and I go over. It's really fine sanding pad, so it does a pretty good job. It's softening everything up and getting some of the stray furs sticking up or whatever. It does a pretty good job. So let me show you what I do next. It's a regular old sanding pad. It's real smooth, and the only thing I do is go back and forth on it and just break it up a little bit. I try to go with the grain. And what this also does is it lightens it up some and kind of makes it look a little more rustic looking. And I do this over the whole entire flag, and then I will take my air compressor and blow off all the dust, because if you see it, it looks like it's getting blackened up. All it's doing is picking up the charcoal stain. And but it turns out looking really good. And I'm really proud of this. That's the first time I've ever done any kind of emblem in the center other than the 1776 and the 13 colony stars around it. This is the first time I've ever done this. Most time it's just all stars. But as you can tell, I don't know if you can really tell, but it's starting to kind of make it little. It's bringing up the grain a little bit more, and it's smoothing this whole thing out. I really like this. This turned out really nice. So, like I said, I just go with the grain, go to the whole flag, and then I just get my air compressor, my air nozzle here, and I just, so you can see it all getting lightened back up again. It's just blowing off that side. But man, it did really fasten this grain up. It really looks really good. So I'm going to go ahead and knock out the rest of this sanding, and then I will show you my next steps. Be right back. Okay guys, we're back once again. We're on our next step. I like to attach this border around the flag. I think it adds a lot of character to it, and it gives it a little bit of depth, so you don't really see the back side of it. And after sanding, I think it really looks good. All the sanding and all this texture and the grain, I think it looks great. So let's go ahead and get to the next part of it. That's attaching this border. So what I do is, this is just two of the pieces that I had extra, that these 1.5 by 36 inch pieces. And I go ahead and I look at it and see which the best grain is, and I go ahead and attach it to the flag using 1.25 inch thread ends. So I just take and I make sure that the ends are lined up pretty good. And I use this cardboard on top of this table to kind of help protect it, because I like the table a lot. So, but anyways, go ahead and I make sure my ends are good. And I'll start on one end. And I put a brad nail in it. Then I go to the opposite end. Put a nail in it. Then I just work my way down the board. I put maybe 4 or 5 nails around the border part of it here. And when I come down the sides, what I usually do is I'll take and I'll nail it to each individual strip here, because that way it helps hold it all together. But that's the top piece so far. I just flip it around to the bottom. I leave my side pieces a little bit long so that I can trim them to fit. Same thing, I just put nails in each side here. I get it flush with the top of it. Shoot that one. Sometimes wood has a bow in it, so you might have to work the bow on out all the way down. I'm really pleased at the way this flag had turned out. It turned out better than I thought. It's first time I ever done something like that in the center. I think it turned out really nice. I like the different character of the wood. Now for the sides, all I do is line it up. Strap piece there, line it up, put me a mark on it, and I stop it. I'm not going to turn on the shop vac or nothing. Just bear with me just a second while I saw this piece over here. And what I do is I just spin this around here so I can get the side attached. And then again I look at it, make sure which side looks the best and the texture of the grain and everything. Make sure it's flush again. Now shoot one and the top frame here. And come down and I'll get it lined up with one of these here. And then I'll hit every slat. Kind of helps hold it all together here and keep it from maybe bowing or warping or anything like that. But this is just the way I do it. People do it differently. Okay, so what do you think so far? Got the border going around the top, bottom, and sides here. I'll need to get one more into this piece. And then flip it around, do just like we did with that side. For a piece up here, check it, see which one looks the best, or how it looks the best. Set it up here. Mark it solid. Then once again, come back through, check the wood, see how it looks here in the center. back through, like I said, get area 3-1 for these slabs. Alright, guys, that, I think that looks outstanding with that exterior frame around it too. My next steps, generally what I do is I'll sand it all again with say 220, and then I'll put a clear coat of the Helmsman satin on it. But before I do that, I attach a couple D-rings to hang it with on the back, and I got a pin that's like a burn pin. I guess you can get it off of Amazon, I believe. But anyways, I signed my name and the number of the flag on the back side, and that's pretty much it up to this point. I will show you the finished product after I get it all clear coated. Thanks, guys. I appreciate y'all watching. If y'all have any suggestions or comments, please do so. I like criticism. I take it well. I always strive to be better. So, that being said, I'm going to get the rest of it finished up, and then we'll be back to you. So, you guys have a little break, and I'll be right back. Okay, everybody. Here is the finished product. I hope everybody likes it. I thoroughly enjoyed making this, and I hope you guys are looking forward to many more videos. If you have any suggestions for some videos that you'd like to see, or have any comments or suggestions on how I could do better, please say so in the comments. I try to answer the ones who comment on my videos. Thank you, guys. Have a good evening.